Anime school festivals are deeper than you think. We see culture festivals all the time in anime, but never question the purpose of why it's always an important piece to have. I mean, just look at the wiki for culture festivals. They are frequently depicted in anime and manga. That's it. You basically gave me a bag of chips full of air.
Is it a magic trick?
There's a certain beauty to them that's rather hard to put into words. Like sometimes when I watch an anime school festival under the bed sheets at 3 in the morning, I think to myself, man, Japan like really has it all, don't they? But are culture festivals a real thing? Why do we see them all the time, and why is it important to have a school festival in anime and manga? Hello my beautiful viewer, my name is Normie, and I usually talk about really obscure topics not typically discussed in the anime community. They might get absolutely no watch time, but hey, they're still pretty interesting, so I hope you enjoy this one. Known as a bunkansai, Japanese culture festivals are a real thing that the Japanese education system offers to their students that are held sometime around the fall. The old people will tell you that the purpose of these cultural festivals is to heighten the motivation of the students to learn more. Now, do you really think the students see it that way? You guys probably know where this is going.
Absolutely fucking not.
Culture festivals serve as the best opportunity for students to let loose and give them an opportunity to openly express their creative freedom. I mean, just look at this Japanese art booth. Like, holy cow, these 17-year-old kids are making top quality art that would be considered professional here in the States. From the haunted houses to the maid cafes, especially the maid cafes.
Damn, what is that, bro?
Each booth portrayed in real life and anime is very immersive. The atmosphere is lively, everything and everyone is coordinated to a T, and by the end of it, everyone leaves festivals with something very valuable. Same thing applies to manga as well. And this type of immersion I feel like is only something that's exclusive to Japanese culture. I don't know about your country, but here in the US, if something like this was implemented, take your guess, would we A, not care, B, not care, or C, look, I won't even lie to you guys, even I wouldn't care. I would rather go home and play Gex 2. How do you convey a setting? Is a question not asked nearly enough in the anime atmosphere. In high school anime especially, you are very limited in what the setting can be in order to make the characters feel like they belong here. You know how many times I'm tired of seeing the same dull, boring classroom? Kind of feels like real life, doesn't it? Kage-sama does it well. They're in school, but they have their own personal space to do their shenanigans. And boop, stuff like this makes the boring setting of school feel more fresh and new. Having a culture festival in anime is sort of like a final form of immersion because it's the best setting for any characters to be in, which ties into my next point on why anime school festivals are. To put it simply, culture festivals are content. In high school anime, especially, the story structure can be at times really easy to figure out. Introduce the characters, make them interact with each other in the beginning, and from there, what do you add here? Culture festivals are the best way and the safest way to carry forward a plot while retaining its entertainment. Gandhi once told me in the back of a taxi cab, if culture festivals are considered filler, it's the best form of filler. In the anime history books, there has not been one single bad culture festival. Take for example this group of people who clearly are having the time of their lives. Surely nothing can. Story-wise, culture festivals are a blank slate. Anime studios and mangaka artists can do whatever they so desire in this type of setting. Remember 2 minutes and 15 seconds ago I mentioned how by the end of any culture festival, everyone leaves with something valuable? I mean everyone leaves with something valuable. Yes, I'm talking about you, the viewer watching this. Hi, how was your day? I think it's safe to say that we've all gone through times of reflection. You've watched an anime that's been airing for 5+ years from the very beginning, and the moment the characters start to relax, you sort of relax yourself. Take My Hero for example. The balls on this man to make half a season just a culture festival is unrivaled, but it happened. Although my opinion is invalid because I'm talking about My Hero, I'm still sticking to my guns. What Horikoshi did during the festival arc was nothing short of genius. Imagine taking your green celery stick looking character, letting him go through 3.5 seasons of non-stop grinding, non-stop fighting, and expect this guy to take more beatings in the future. You can't look at me in the eye and say that this man isn't tired. You can't connect to a character if all he does is shout,
if I think about my friends I made along the way, I can overcome any battle.
You need something more realistic, like chilling with friends or fighting the Hamburglar. Stuff like this, you know, is what normal people do. Culture festival arcs provide the easiest route to not only grow all characters but connect to the audience in a realistic and inoffensive manner. Culture festivals are important not only for the purpose of character development, but at times it's used for celebration as well. Recently, my YouTube recommendations came up to me and said, "Hey, Normie, buddy old pal, we all know you're busy and all, but let's bombard you with the Japanese high school education system and how it, well, kind of freaking sucks. It's the rules that people who are or were subjected to that they wish would change. And as a person who had no idea how the Japanese school system worked, it was really insightful. But how does this tie into anime? Well, high school anime is sort of what the Japanese people want the high school system to be. If you can't have your hair a certain color, anime got you covered. Here's everyone with the entire color spectrum. If all students must wear the exact same uniform with no accessories, let's make each character look stylish and unique. Real life Japanese high school looks dull, so why not make it look lively? A fascinating world of what the school system could be if the rules weren't so strict. Would you rather have a single potato or the gratin dauphinios? To any French people out there, I'm so sorry. Real life Japanese culture festivals are the only chance for students to be their own leader inside a school. But why is this and so few other events the only time students are actually able to simply be themselves? In anime, culture festivals tie into this notion. A lot of these culture festivals are meant to strike a chord, pull the reader's heartstrings, present the underlying issue of the Japanese school system, and attempts to make the reader understand the assumption that, hey, real life culture festivals are already good, but did you know that they can be even better if it wasn't the only outlet they have to express who they are? Stop being doo-doo heads and let them kids have some fun. I absolutely hate culture festivals, is what I would say if this was April Fool's. School festivals are pretty unique despite the huge cultural difference between them and the rest of the world. It's pretty much the most strategic piece of filler that many people bat an eye from, but because the content itself provides the sufficient entertainment needed for the next important arc. So whoever's in charge of this wiki, there you go, I just made an entire video for you to update it. Whoa, where do you think you're going? Trying to leave already? Take a seat, we're not done yet. Look, recently I've been uploading a lot of unusual topics, but next video we should be back on track to more recent stuff. Tune in next week where we'll talk about already Anime Girl of the Year.